Hello friends, today topic is ways to become rich. Okay, let's start. In other words, Henry Ford was a man who became rich because he cared not only for his customers, but because he cared for his workers. He was a generous man rather than a greedy man. Henry Ford also came under much criticism and personal attack by the so-called intellectual society. Henry Ford was not well educated and, like Thomas Edison, was often ridiculed because of his lack of formal education. One of my favorite stories of Henry Ford was when he was asked to submit to a test by so-called smart people from the world of academics. On the appointed day, a group of smart people came in to give him an oral test. They wanted to prove he was ignorant. The test began by one scholar asking him a question such as what is the tensile strength of the rolled steel he used. Ford, not knowing the answer, simply reached for one of the many phones on his desk and he called in his vice president who knew the answer. The vice president came in for ask him the question and the vice president gave him the answer. The panel wanted. The next a smart person then asked another question and again Ford, not knowing the answer, called in someone else from his staff that did know the answer. This process went on until finally one of the smart person on the panel shouted, "See, this proves you are ignorant. You don't know the answers to any of the questions we ask you." Henry Ford reportedly replied, "I don't know the answer because I do not need to clutter my head with the answers you seek. I hire smart young people from your schools who have memorized the answers you expect me to have memorized." My job is to keep my head clear of such clutter and trivial facts so that I can think. At that point, he asked the smart people from the world of academics to leave. That the rich people imagination and thinking thought process which helps to them to become a rich than academics people, professionals people who proud about himself but nothing at all in real life. For years I have committed to memory that what I believe is one of Henry Ford's most important saying, and I quote, "Thinking is the hardest work there is. That is why so few people engage in it." Of course, friends, okay, I'll repeat it again. Thinking is the hardest work That is why so few people engage in it. If you enjoy these tutorials, please put subscribe button, like, comment. Thank you for watching this tutorial, friends. See you soon on next tutorials.